Now this particular program is a very simple program that illustrates how you will be able to open a data file and read in the name and the ID and populate both the name and the ID in this combo box. But then say you may wonder, okay, what am I going to do with the letter grade? Well, once you have the information, you do a search and you have a matching record, then the information will be put into those text boxes, including the letter grade. However, because the data file already have the letter grade, we will have to read it in. So let's take a look at how the program is run. So here, so I can see, oh, I have one Susan 243, and you can see that Susan 243 has the letter grade A. And if I take a look at the data that I have, okay, and actually I have the Susan 243, which is letter A. Okay, now, and I see that I can have another Susan 299. So Susan 299 is having a letter grade C, and take a look at this one. Susan 299 has a letter grade C. So in other words, you cannot search on the name. You have to search on the student ID, assuming the student ID is unique. Okay, so now let's take a look at how this program is coded. So here at the beginning, because I need to use the stream reader in different area as well as the name, the ID, and the letter grade, so that's why I put them into my class level. Okay, and when I first load up my form, this is what my form will do. You will first open the data file, and then you will have a do while loop and read in the three pieces of information. Now you may wonder, because we never use that letter grade when we look at our combo box here. The combo box doesn't have the letter grade, as you can see, as you see, say there. Okay, here there's no letter grade. So then how are we going to be able to treat this one? So even though we don't use the letter grade, but we will still have to read it in. If we don't, let's say for example, if I do not have that letter grade read in properly, then my data in that combo box will be really messing up. As you can see, we have John 123, but then we have A Cam, but that is not the name. That is the letter grade A that belong to John. So we really have to read it even though we are not going to use it. So we read it, but you notice that I didn't use the letter grade here when I do the items.add on my combo box. Okay, so I just put a space in between the ID and the name. Also at the end here, I have a small function, and you probably would know, say, what this one is. This particular function simply will split whatever that I have in my combo box into an array. Okay, now you notice that this is something new here. This is called selected item. That means whatever that I have selected on the combo box, such as John 123, then I will split John into element 0 and then 123 into element 1. So that's why here I return 1. I return the second entry of that array back to my calling program. So now back to, say, the selected index change event, where I will have to open the file again. Now you might wonder, why do I have to open the file again? Well, because we close that file, okay, after we load the data from the file onto my combo box, we have to close it. Now we have to reopen the file once again, and then we do our search for the information. So here you can see that I will put whatever I receive from my function genID, put it into that str student ID, and then now I do a do while loop to search for the information. Now this one here, I am comparing the str ID, which is what I just read in this line. I put it in here and then do a comparison to see if that is the same as the one that I returned from my function. If they are the same now, then I will show the output in those three text boxes. Because I already found my match, so I got to get out. So that's why I have the exit do. Now what happens if I don't find it? Well, if you don't find it, and then you keep looping back and forth until you find it. Once you find it again, you have to say close the file, and then you're done with this particular program.